guys. And if anybody's on YouTube, it says I'm live. Let me know because it's giving me a little warning sign here saying that my
it's just the bitrate thing. Don't worry about it. It'll still work properly. YouTube complains because it's not OBS.
All right. Welcome from the Crossroads of America. Talk show about guns, politics, or anything else that crosses our mind. Answer questions from the audience, either in the chat or by email at rickslife@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. I have a Patreon page. Also, PayPal, all that stuff's in the info down below. So there we go. Let's see who's in the chat so far. First in was Jerry Parker, then Rich White, Kingpin so far. So we seem to be doing okay. I mean, I don't know.
You've got mail.
It might be a slow day. But anyway, let me introduce my panel while we're waiting for people. Up here in the corner, I got Jason Stewart. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fabulous. Thanks for the invite. Good to see you. Hello, everybody.
Yeah. Then I got Rich from This Week Unloaded.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
And I got the man, the man, the myth, the legend, Patriot in the Dark.
He's got to find the unmute button.
Well, I'm not saying anything because they will get mad at me. I don't give them enough time.
Sabrina?
Do what? Talk to me, Patriot.
Is it coming through or am I breaking up?
No, you're good.
Can you hear me at all? Happy birthday, Sabrina.
Can you hear me? Oh, there you go.
Is it breaking up?
All right, then we got Night Strike.
You're good. You're good, Patriot. You're good, Patriot. Hey, thanks for the invite. Glad to be here. Sorry, guys, we're late. It was my fault. I was talking Rick up about rearranging some things. So sorry, my fault. I'll take the blame.
That's all right. So I don't know who will be here. Mind you, Sabrina's not here yet, I don't think, or she hasn't said anything. Very light crowd today, but that's all right.
It's a slow Saturday.
Yes. Mind you, I woke up this morning to a thunderstorm. I mean, it was, I mean, I didn't wake up to 7 o'clock and it was like it was pitch black outside and the thunder was going and then the lightning. I thought, Jesus Christ. Of course, my internet was out.
Well, Rick, I had a hurricane/tropical storm come through my area too this week, and I survived. So,
oh, I know. I mean, I used,
But when you live out in the country, it doesn't matter what part of the United States it is. If you live out in the country, depending on how well the electrical system is out there, whether they bury the lines or whether they have the lines still on poles like they do down here in the South, expect your internet to go out if it rains really bad. If it snows really bad, if the wind blows really bad, expect your internet and your power to go out.
Yeah. I know. So it's but anyway, it's up in the high 80s, hot and humid. So I'm sitting here in the AC.
Raphael's out there. I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Raphael? Anyway, I was hoping for Will Arm to be here because this was his. He talked about this last week. My topic for today: why are people fascinated about capacity, like in their EDC everyday carry gun? I got 17 rounds. If you shoot all 17 rounds, I mean, either you're a bad shot or you're having a bad day. You know what I'm saying?
Well, right. It's too bad that Will's not here because he put a video out this morning. He just got himself a new range toy, and I bet he's out playing with it.
Yeah, I bet he is.
And it comes with extra capacity.
Well, Rick, look at it this way. you took your concealed carry course, right? Or you've done it several times before for other states, right?
Yeah.
A couple of them you had to do a shooting test, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at it from this perspective. Okay. Say and this is purely theoretical. Okay. Say you've got your carry gun with you. Okay. Say you're in a situation where there's multiple assailants. Yes, the first instinct is to try and get away if possible, so you don't have to engage them. But if you are stuck to a point where you do have to engage them, do you feel that you could take each and one of them down with just one clip or one magazine?
Now, I do carry an extra magazine,
and that's my point. Okay, that's my point on that. I carry an extra magazine just for that situation. However theoretical and fantasy it may be, I carry one extra magazine. Some people carry more, and you know what? More power to them. If you only think you need one magazine in your gun to carry with, go for it. If you think you need multiple magazines to carry, go for it. It's whatever makes you feel comfortable.
And it doesn't have anything to do with that.
No, I mean, but people seem to get, oh yeah, this so and so's gun, yeah, and it it can hold 17 rounds. Whoopity do. I'm thinking because they've done. I'm trying to think where I found it at. I saw something a couple of weeks ago. Now I'm not talking about police because they're lousy shots anyway, but on most,
my accuracy is better than police, anyways.
Yeah, mine is too. But most sort of like, for lack of a better word, civilians like us. I mean, I know police are the same as us, but I was trying to say what I saw was it's normally how they come up with a half a bullet. I don't know, but a thing normally takes just a few seconds and averages out 3.5 rounds. That when you're in a situation. So most firearms carry. I mean, my little 380, it's 8 plus 1 in the chamber, so I have 9 rounds, and I'm only going to shoot 3.5. So why do I need 17? Unless you've got multiple assailants, then that's what the extra magazine's for.
Right.
So your question was exactly why people are focused on so much having the capacity. Was that it? I was outside. I couldn't hear you.
I said, why are people fascinated by high capacity they want?
The real
it seems
answer.
Like when people talk, it's all about how many rounds their gun can hold.
Do you know why? You want me to tell you?
That's why I'm asking.
It's because of movies. People see this firearm, they see a Beretta, and they see some guy needing to take 48 shots with his Beretta 92, and to take down this crazy bad guy. So I believe that they get, they finally go out and they purchase, and they say, "Whoa, this one's only got 12. This one has got 17." Whatever. So I think that's it. People are brainwashed because everybody gets hypnotized.
Well, a good example is what you call it now is is it the compact, like the SIG? Was it what's that one 365 model? Is that the number of it?
Yeah, the P365.
It carries. I mean, it holds. I don't know, 10 or 11 or whatever.
10, 12, or 15.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is, I mean, but there's 4 or 5 guns around all the same size, and each one that came out carried more than the other model. Because people are fascinated about capacity. So.
Right, and I carry a SIG P320 compact, and the magazines I can only fit 13 rounds of 357 SIG in my magazines. I only carry 2, and that's that. That honestly, I feel that's enough. Granted, I could be wrong. That might not be enough, but again, that's what I got.
Now, is that a flush magazine or is it extended?
It's a flush magazine, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, like mine, it's the magazine's only 8, the 380, but I got one in the chamber, so that gives me 9 plus another 8. That's 17 rounds.
If you want me to give you the squib answer, which I agree with,
Can we handle the squib
people
answer?
cannot hit. They're not confident with what they have, and so they have to make up for it because they're not confident. They don't practice enough, they don't shoot enough, or they're just buying into something. I mean, carrying a spare mag because you have a malfunction, sure. You guys can do what you want. Me, I'm not going to go through a whole mag, and if I do, it's probably because I got hit on the back of the head and I lost my thought process. So that's what I think. If when they, I guess if you live in some inner city or something, but as far as I believe what Squib might say, I'm taking a creative, whatever you call that, creative license, or kind of bending it a little bit, but it's probably because you gotta make up for something. Either you can't shoot, you don't practice enough, or you don't have the confidence. Or you're in Chicago.
Gun Loving Grandpa says the reason I have 18 round mags is because I'm lazy and don't want to reload mags all the time.
That's also an acceptable answer. Rick, the problem we're looking at is, the question you're asking has multiple answers, and there may or may not be a right answer to this question.
No, there might not. That's why I brought it up as a topic.
There may be multiple answers.
I thought it was a good discussion.
Pick whichever one that fits best, I guess.
Yeah. But I know, but I think Patriot touched on it or whatever but every time I see, watching a YouTube station or something, it's always about the first thing they talk about is the capacity of this firearm. It's like for lack of a better word, the shooting community seems to be, I don't know, not fascinated or something about how many how many rounds they can get into the smallest gun possible without the grip being too fat for they can't hold it. I don't know. It just seems strange to me. But I'm trying to think what firearm do I have? The firearm that I have that carries the most rounds is my my Beretta. Yeah, yeah.
I think it's like Nice Strike said. There's multiple answers for it. I just throw in and chime in there, just like everybody's saying. Carrying an extra magazine, that's like a mechanical issue. If something's going to go wrong with that gun, it could still have ammo in it. It's the magazine, so you need a second magazine. Just even if they're just small capacity magazines, you need a second one for sure. Mm-hmm. But I mean, at some point you got to look at I don't want to have not enough rounds. But
you also don't want to come off looking like you're some nut job that has too many magazines. Too.
Yeah, but you don't want to be in a situation of it's 2-on-1, 3-on-1, and you got a 5-shot 38.
It's hard to find the right balance.
Yeah, and then the American way is bigger's better, more's better too. So you got to interject that. What? If I can have 15, 16, 17, 18 rounds, I'll take it. I don't think it's necessary to go crazy about one round at that point. You know what I mean? Well, I got 18 round mags and I only got 17 round. I wouldn't worry about a few extra rounds, but you know what I mean? Whatever. I wouldn't want to have like 6 rounds either, though. You know what I'm saying? So anywhere
Well,
in there, I guess, is okay.
I mean, I
Uh,
guess that's. I mean, this is why 9 millimeter is so popular.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old expression: "Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst." You hope that if you're going to run into somebody and you have to use your firearm, you only got one guy, but prepare for two or three. You know what I mean?
it's kind of the American way too of things. Like show me a car and I'll pop the hood and I'll be looking, how big of an engine can I put in here? You know
Right?
what I mean? It's not
Right?
about how big engine do I need. It's like how big engine will fit in this car. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, that's the only reason 9 millimeter is so popular is because they can't get 17 rounds of 45 ACP. You know,
Well,
anything without having a grip so fat.
they can, but that's as you said. The only way to do that is to have a double stack 1911 magazine or a double stack 45 ACP magazine. And yes, the grip will get bigger, unfortunately, but they have to in order to facilitate a double stack magazine that has 45 ACP in it.
Yeah.
Belt fed 911. You could incorporate it into your wardrobe somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, Jason. Jason, you figure that one out. We'll market it under R&L's brand. We'll make millions.
Yeah, your jacket sleeve is just a belt of 45 ACP. We go to dual belt fed. That way you have a backup.
So, what's your input on that, Rich?
I thought I just gave it. I said it's like the prepare for the hope for the best, prepare for the worst kind of situation.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, I
All
mean,
right.
you got if you stop and think about it, and by the way, how they get the 1.5 average is you have two people, 7 assailants per two people. You average that out, that comes out to
No,
1.5.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, are the chances to have more than one? What's the odds on having more than one assailant?
High.
It,
I would say
It
high.
depends on the area, I would say.
depends
Rick.
on where you're at.
Even a home burglary.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? You can have two street punks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And one's they're not quite as brave until there's two or three of them. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So you should always expect it's going to be two or three, even if one's only doing the talking or whatever. That's just kind of how it is. I would be more afraid if it was a single person to come up to try to assault me or mug me or something, just because, this is very serious. This ain't a game. This dude's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Two or three young guys could be egging on the other one to do it or talking big or bold, brave, which is a bad situation too. But I would think personally, I would be more concerned about the single individual because, you know what I mean? He's trouble. He's real trouble.
All right. Hey, Kingpin, how you doing?
All right, good to see everybody today.
Yeah. You got any input on this thing?
As
Or
far as people's personal preference, I mean, there are some people out there that, like you guys have already said, are so terrified to walk outside without 100 rounds on them, and then there's people who carry one bullet in their pocket like Barney Fife because they're not worried at all. But why the gun? Like you said, the P365. I picked mine up today. It's got a little itty bitty cute little magazine that holds 12 rounds. A little tiny double stack magazine, but you can fit 12 rounds in there, and it's a little gun. So it's ergonomics, it's performance. I mean, just like anything else you buy a universal remote for your television, so you don't have 4 remotes laying around. You buy a gun that's got 15 rounds, so you don't have to reload after 5 rounds. It's just why they make the guns there and why it's good to have is like I said, it's ergonomics, it's performance, it's ease of use and durability, or well, not durability, but extended length, like extended use. You get 15 rounds, you do less work. You got a 5-round magazine, a 10-round magazine, you got to do more work. You got to change the mag, put a new mag in, and all that. But the rest of it, like you guys already said, it's a personal preference on how you feel about how many rounds you need to leave the house with.
Yeah, I don't know. I just find it strange that people are so, it seems.
Well, I got an answer for that too, and it's the answer that I generally always give. You stop watching these lame YouTube channels. All of these gun channels are lame, all of them, and they pump out trash all day long. I mean, Travis P11's got a good channel, Patriot, Night Strike.
No. My channel's awful. Don't listen to my channel.
Yeah, don't listen to Night Strikes. That was the last. But there's a plenty of Wheeled and Well Armed. There's all kinds of people who talk about guns and the intricacies of guns. You are a perfect example, Rick. You could come here and get 100 times better information and quality than you'll ever get from Paul Harrell, that you'll ever get from Hickok 45, or any of these other lame people.
Well, Paul Harrell just throws out statistics and data, and then goes on and on and on, and I fall asleep.
Yeah,
I get it. They're entertaining. I know you guys like Paul Harrell, and he just popped into my head, so I don't really know much about him.
He's not bad. Really I would say like that certain ranch that hates kids, and the old man grandpa who's got 1 million subs but doesn't doesn't actually do anything to help the Second Amendment.
All of them, dude. All of them. Kevin Dixie, Maj Toure, Tony Simon, all of them. They're all grifters. All of them.
There we go. All right. I just, as I said, maybe I don't take it seriously enough. I mean, I carry my little 380, I said, with 8 in the magazine, 1 in the barrels, and another 8-round magazine. That's it. I've only got, I said, I put it this way. If I'm stuck, and especially if I'm in my truck and it happens, I do have a 3rd magazine in my center console of my truck. If I really, really need one. But, I don't know. I can't see the point of carrying all that stuff. I mean, I already carry a flashlight, a goddamn knife, magazine, all my other, my normal everyday shit, like my wallet, my loose change, and stuff. My gun on my hip. Hell, how much more do I need?
You're still talking about capacity, right?
Yeah. We have
one great bonus of the guy that carries all those magazines. If you're with somebody else, and then you come across somebody that you can shoot at, in their backyard, right? You go to Deb's to get your breakfast, and you swing by your buddy's house, and you've got a couple rounds to shoot.
Yeah, but
So
see,
that's
but then
always
again,
a bonus, I guess.
normally now I said the magazine I have in the firearm and my spare magazine have defense ammo in it.
Yeah.
The 3rd one that's in my truck actually has ball ammo in it. So I don't shoot defensive ammo when I go out shooting. I do occasionally. I'll run it through the gun about every 6 to 9 months. Then put fresh in. But otherwise, every time I go, what I'll do is I've only got 3 magazines for that 380. What I'll do is if I go to my friend's house to shoot it, I'll pop out all the defensive ammo and put and refill them with ball ammo. Regular Full Metal Jacket, and practice with that.
Another bonus of having an extra mag or two with you is when you show up and you're shooting, you can let your buddy shoot your pistol, and maybe he's got something that you can trade for. Is it Kingpin's in here? When'd you get here?
What's up?
He's been here a while.
I had stepped away for a minute, so I figured I'd let Rich talk because he's so talkative today.
I mean, you actually walked away from the show.
You know, I got a 13-year-old.
Oh, your daughter's house?
She needs rearing or whatever you call that.
You know, rearing or a good ass whipping.
No, she's been good today.
Yeah.
Hey, you were just talking about carry for capacity, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, when it comes to me firing my AR, I mean, 30 rounds, I love it.
Yeah, that's why I just wanted to double check. Because obviously, the bigger capacity magazine at the range always comes in handier because you got less loading you got to do.
Yeah.
But you were specifically talking about like your carry defensive
Yes.
weapons.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading the internal chat here. Sorry, it's hard for me to. I mean, as I get older, I'm finding it harder to chew gum and walk at the same time.
Yeah, even the rifle, like I said, falls in. I just fall under, I guess, the typical American male way or whatever. If you got an area of the gun and it holds bullets, I want as many bullets that'll fit in that area. If I got a rifle, you know what I mean, I want as many bullets as is gonna fit. You know what I mean? Like, look at the AR. Like, 30 is just kind of perfect. Maybe that's why it's the most popular. 40 is too long, too big, too cumbersome. 20 is not enough. So, you know, find that balance of perfect. Put as many in that area as you can put. You know, that I'd rather have more than not enough. I just, no matter what situation was, I'd rather have more than not enough.
Yeah, I mean, like my AR, it came with a 30 round magazine. To me, that's a standard magazine for an AR. You know?
Yeah. Yep. Standard.
Yeah. So I mean, I got loads of them now. Well, not loads. I mean, I know there's people got more than me, but I just I got 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I got about eight magazines now, and it only came with one, and I bought one. The rest of them have been donated to me, which I think is very nice of you people. You people, my subscribers, have been sending them to me, and I really do appreciate it. You know, and I'll fill up every one of them. Oh, I also got a phone call from a buddy from down the diner. He goes, by the way, he says, I was in Rural King this morning. They got 223 on the shelf. I said, how much? He said, I didn't look. He said, I just saw it was there. I said, damn, that doesn't do me no good.
Rick, that means you're going to have to go make a trip.
You know?
My dealer's got lots of 5.56, 223.
Yeah. You know, so I mean, the ammo's coming back in. I mean, I'm more likely going to have to buy some more 223 because I think powder and primers are going to be the last thing that comes back. You know?
Yeah, that's still.
Yeah.
That's like trying to find Bigfoot riding a unicorn.
Yeah. Night Strike would like to speak. Isn't that what I just read?
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought, damn. All right. So where was I? I lost my whole train of thought there. Oh, Night Strike disconnected. Okay. Where are we going with this? Oh yeah, we got over the capacity thing. Anything else anybody wants to talk about? You know? No? Oh, come on. You guys must want to talk about something. I can come up with some stuff, but I just thought I'd throw it out there. Oh, if anybody's interested, that wall mount I'm using comes from rnldisplays.com. You know, it comes with a desk stand too. You know, but it only comes with one magazine. I know I got two there because I asked him for an extra one I could just leave it hanging there on the wall when I take my rifle down. You know, because it's such a tight fit. You know, and because I got it behind, it's on the wall. My toolbox is in front of me, and so it means I'm leaning over, trying to hold on to it as I lift the rifle up. And my bad shoulder, I can't get my arm up high enough to hold it, you know, to pull it off the thing. So it's easier just to leave the magazine there and just drop the rifle on it when I'm finished. If that makes sense. But anyway, where I was going with this is if anybody goes to that website and uses Rick's Life, when it asks for a discount code, Rick's Life, you get 15% off. So there you go. Just thought I'll mention that if anybody's interested. And I believe he will, if you ask, you know, email him and ask, you know, how much you charge for, you know, for an extra magazine. He'll sell you one too, I believe. So there you go. But I don't get nothing out of this. It's just I just like it. You know, he was kind enough to help me out. So I said I will mention it to him. Plus, I like it. I mean, I think it looks cool hanging up there. It's like it's floating in, just suspended in space right there on my wall. You know? So, yeah, anyway, where was I going with that? Anyway, yeah, my friend, the guy called me and said, got 223. I said, you noticed there was 223 on the shelf, but you didn't look for the price? He goes, no. He said, I wasn't there for ammo today. I was getting something else. I just happened to walk by. I was like, God almighty. You know, so I'm going to have to go down there and see how much it is. You know?
It's $15 a box here for Winchester.
Oh, yeah?
And it's $150 for a 200 round box.
That ain't bad. You know, I'm thinking with today, the way the prices were.
Yeah.
You know, it's coming down.
Yeah, it's coming down. It's still high, especially for 200 rounds, but it's coming down. It's a lot better than it was.
Yeah, so that's what I was getting with that. It's
Even
not,
a month ago, it was more expensive.
Yeah, with inflation and stuff, I don't think it go back to the prices it was. We're going to all be paying a little bit more for our ammo. You know, because that's just economics. Inflation's here. Things are going up. I noticed that yesterday. I went because I said it was payday for me, and so made my trip up to Walmart, do my shopping, and I mean the prices up in there have gone up. You know, groceries, everything's gone up, anything from a nickel to 15 cents. You know, for an item. It adds up when you do your shopping. And I didn't buy as much as I normally do, even though my cupboards are bare. I got plenty. Well, where's Rob? I bought salad yesterday. You know, I was going to have a salad for dinner. I was going to let him know. Mind you, I was going to put bacon bits on it, though. Does that count? Is that bad or good? Yeah.
Good from where I sit. I don't know.
Nothing wrong with bacon. You know, bacon gets a free pass as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
It's an exemption.
Yes. Yeah. But anyway, but also I walked around Walmart again, second time, you know, with just a shopping cart walking. I mean, I walk slow, but I didn't have to. I only stopped maybe 2 times to lean against the freezer to rest my back and, you know, catch my breath back because I'm so out of shape. But it's getting better. It was easier than it was last time. So, you know.
Is that the only grocery place that is around you?
No. There's another grocery store. There's 2 actually. There's one called Holiday Foods, They're a bit expensive, but it's nice if you don't want to carry. I mean, they carry your groceries out for you for your car. You know. Then the other one's called Ruler, and they're sort of like I mean, they're your average sort of grocery store. Then there's Walmart. You know, Walmart out of the three, Walmart is still the cheapest. That's the only reason I go. Price. Otherwise, I mean, I dread going. I really do. I mean, if I need anything, I will normally go to the. Like I've done my shopping. Now, if there's anything I need, like for produce or anything, when this runs out, I'll go to Holiday Foods and buy it, even though I'm paying a little bit more. You know, I ain't driving all the way to Walmart to get produce. It's just, you know.
Do you have farmers that sell anything around you? I mean, the roadside stands. I don't know.
No.
Do they still do that down there?
No. No, there was a couple of farmer stands in the town itself, you know, but that don't help me. I mean, just another half mile and you're at Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just keeps it local.
Yeah, I wish they was. I wish there was because I would buy it. But where I was going with this, like normal everyday dry goods, or if I need milk, is I'd rather drive down to the Family Dollar than drive all the way to Walmart.
See, on that homestead, you could have a cow, you'd have your chickens, have all that kind of stuff, and you wouldn't need none of that, man.
I know. I've already got it worked out, and then I'm going to have a couple of raised beds for vegetables. I'm going to grow cucumbers because I like cucumber sandwiches. That's a British thing, you know. I love green beans, and I love Brussels sprouts, believe it or not. And I was going to do a whole raised bed. My raised beds, I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, 4 foot, maybe 3 foot by 12 foot, something like that. I was going to do a whole raised bed of nothing but corn. You know? So, easy stuff.
My employee helper and her husband's my best friend. They're getting ready to start raising some pigs. They're going to get, I think, 6 of them.
Yeah.
6 or 8 of them to start out with. And I'll keep you informed. I'll let you know how it goes and what are some of the things they have to acquire.
Are they going to sell some of them?
They're going to eat them.
6 pigs in a year? How many have they got in the family?
Oh, I don't know where they're getting them from. They always got a few different kind of farm animals around.
Yeah, but then what I'm saying is 6 pigs or 6 hogs, when you got them slaughtered out, that's a hell of a lot of meat for a family of 2.
The reason I don't think they're thinking about that. The reason they're getting so many is they're basically wanting to get like a few for themselves, but then there's going to be a pig for like each granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
They want to have
that's
their
what
own.
I was wondering. You know,
Yeah, I don't think they're planning on like slaughter them all at once or whatever, but just to start out, they live in the country. Just to start out their new little farm.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
The grandkids all want a pig too, so that's kind of how it got that.
Yeah. See, if I said on my small 1 to 2 acres, you know, I'm going to have a dedicated sort of like pen for the hogs. Well, I mean, if I had more, if there was more acreage, I would actually move them around. You know, graze them out there on the. I mean, good thing. I mean, like if you have woods and you want to thin it out, the undergrowth, just put a fence around the area and let the pigs in there. They'll eat all that undergrowth, clear it out, make it. You know.
I know they got They were pointing out they got they got to take down a fence someplace and redo it for the pigs somewhere else, but it's going to be off of a barn where they're going to use part of the inside of the barn for the pigs to go in and outside.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So what kind of pen do you have for the Welsh rabbits, though? Is that just normal, like chicken wire, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got it all worked out too. On this fencing. There's two theories you can use on a pig. All you need is two strands of braided wire, electrified. One around 6 inches, the other one at around 20 inches. When they're small and their nose touches it, because a pig's nose is always wet, whether because he got it in the dirt and he's what's called it, but a pig always has a runny nose most of the time, and that wet nose touches that thing. You only have to hit it once. Pigs actually are very smart animals. They learn very fast, and they just get zapped once, then they won't go near it again.
You're going to use to generate the electricity to power the fence.
Do what?
How are you going to power the fence?
Well, you use a solar charger.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of companies that make it. I've been researching.
Fighting global warming. Good job, man.
Oh yeah, solar panel, or you could use. If you wanted, you could get them and hook it up to a car battery. But that could die after a while.
My dad used a car battery for the first, I don't know, like 6 months, and they got sick of it and hooked it up to. They got horses and all that stuff, but
yeah,
the car battery still bites you though.
And if you have some of those solar chargers, can go up quite a ways. You can sort of like you got your pigs all set up, and say you got yourself some cow, and you make another pasture. You can hook that on to the pig line, and the electricity will flow through the cow pasture.
Yeah, and everybody knows that it's not constant. It's just it's on a timer, and it flashes, every 10 seconds or whatever.
Oh, it pulses is what it does. Yeah.
Just in case somebody didn't know, it's not on all the time. It's just kind of like a capacitor.
Yeah. I remember. quick story. I don't know if I told you this story. It's kind of embarrassing. When I first came out here as a kid and stayed at the farm, I was I was like 10 or 11, I think, the first time. I didn't spend the summer here. I just spent a few weeks here, and I knew nothing about that kind of shit. And I remember we were out doing something, shooting BB guns or something, and my cousin, I said I gotta take a piss real quick. He said, "Go right here," But what he didn't tell me was there was an electric fence, and I hit the electric fence. Oh my God! Did that shock give me a shock? I can tell you. I wonder if that stunted my growth. Could I have a couple of more inches if I hadn't got shocked? You know what I'm saying? Oh.
It probably didn't help none.
No. Yeah. Even today, he's the one I go squirrel hunting with once a year. He's he still remembers it, and he still laughs. He thought it was hilarious the first time, and he still laughs about it after 50 years. He's still laughing.
It's always funny when it happens to the other person and not you.
I know. Yeah. I guess if I saw somebody do it, I'd laugh too. Yeah. Oh. All right. So I'm trying to keep the conversation away from politics. Is what I'm trying to do here, and because I just don't want to talk about it. I'm just sick of it all.
Did you guys see? Guys see the girl that won the spelling bee, the Scripps spelling bee? I can't think of what her name is right now, but some like I think she's 13 or something like that, and she's a phenom when it comes to basketball too. They got videos of her. She's dribbling 6 basketballs at one time. She's jumping up and down on a pogo stick, dribbling 4 baskets. I mean, this girl is amazing. So that's a pretty cool story. Go check it out. I'll find what her name is and let you know.
All right. Yeah. So, now, mind you, talking about politics, you got me on it. I got myself on it. Now, what do you think about the? I don't know if you guys have been keeping up on it on the old Fox News, old Tucker Carlson, where he claims that the NSA is monitoring his emails and shit. You know, problem is I wouldn't put it past this government right now. They've been doing it since the Patriot Act, but you know, because of the government now the administration we have now is, I think using it more and more against the American people. I really do. And I don't think it's right. I don't know how we're going to change it. I mean, we're all saying we're going to win, the Republicans should win back the House and the Senate in 2022. But can we trust the polls in 2022? That is the question. I don't know.
We should be pushing for some reform in this voting process before the next one. Some logical common sense laws. Like dead people can't vote, people without a real address can't vote. Little things they need to change.
Yeah, but anything that the Republicans put forth, it's voter suppression. Anything the Democrats put forward, it's totally rigged. That they're going to be it's going to be a one-party system. That's what's scary. I'm glad they're what was it, HR1 or whatever it was, and it didn't make it. Because it would have been an absolute disaster. We need to get rid of the free-for-all mail-in voting. I don't have a problem with absentee ballots, long as you can prove who you are. But and that's fine. But I don't think I personally, there's got to be limits to who can do absentee, but you just can't do it because you're afraid to get COVID. That's goddamn asinine. So the more you need to be able to, you got to vote in person. I honestly feel you do. And show ID. Because you got to show an ID to get most things. A lot of times, you got to show an ID when you go into your doctor's office when you first register. Or you go or a doctor sends you to a specialist and you got to fill out paperwork. They want your ID and your ID and insurance card. You got to show your ID for everything. You want to open a bank account, you got to show an ID. So where's the problem of showing an ID? Yes, this is me and I want to vote. Where is the harm in that?
That's how they do it here. That's how I've always voted. No big deal.
I when I went voting up at the local fire station here, I had to show my ID. I had no problem with doing it. The only people that would have problems with not voter ID is people who are voting illegally. That's
exactly.
the way I look at it. So, see, I got on to politics. Oh, New York Outcast. Got tied up at work. Now he's going to a concert. Okay.
The thug life.
Yeah, you don't need an ID for a salad. See, I mentioned it already, Rob. I'm having salad tonight. I bought a bunch yesterday when I was doing my shopping. So there you go. Gonna have. I don't know. I was going to. I don't know whether they put. I got some ham too, so I'm thinking of get some ham chunks or whatever, or cubes, and sprinkle it on top of my salad, along with my bacon bits. You know, then cover it all in Italian dressing. So whatever saving I'm making on the health side, I just killed it right there, didn't I? Oh. So anyway.
You know, there's so much poison in all our food, even our healthy food, Rick. You might as well just try to build an immunity to it.
Is that why? Is that why there's more illness today than there was in the old days when people were eating more healthy? We're eating so much junk. I mean, take a Twinkie. You know, a Twinkie is still it's got so much preservatives in it; they last forever.
There's not a single natural product in a Twinkie.
I know. Now, if I'm correct, I think that the very first Twinkie that came off the assembly line is still wrapped up and still good to eat. You know,
It actually sounds funny, but there's a car lot, a local car dealership around here, that on their Facebook page they post it every month. They have a sausage McMuffin from McDonald's sitting on a shelf with no wrapper or anything on it, and they take like a picture of it every month and post it, and it still looks like it's brand new.
Yeah. Oh, Will Arms here. Finally.
How's it going?
All right, how about yourself?
I was at the range. I just got out. I didn't know if I'd catch the end of the show or the after show. So
We figured that's where you were with your new toy.
yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Shot 100 rounds.
Do what?
Shot 100 rounds, real good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, had 2 stovepipes and didn't lock back a couple times, but I think it's just in the break-in period.
You think so, or is it the magazines?
Well, the not hold back could be magazine or follower, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm more worried about the stovepipe. But I think that's being a new gun.
Oh yeah, well, I have to see when next time you use it. See if it does it again. You know?
Well, I mean, I think it only had like 50 or maybe 100 rounds through it, so I'm treating it as brand new. I'm gonna try to get 500 rounds through it in 5 weeks. Measure the trigger week by week, and kind of give a little update.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's it here.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading as I said earlier, I'm reading the chat here, and talking and chewing gum at the same time is hard.
Why don't you, since Will's here now, why don't you ask his input on your original question?
Oh, why is everybody so fascinated with capacity in their firearm? You know?
Oh, good question. I mean, it should be shot placement, but unfortunately, under extreme pressure, it's all about capacity, right? I mean, they say the average gunfight lasts 3 bullets or 4 bullets, 3.5 bullets.
3.5.
3.5. So why is everybody concerned? But I mean, you see them on TV, on videos of a guy unloading 2 magazines out there, and neither one of them getting hit, right?
I thought you were talking about the police there. They're that bad.
Yeah. Like,
No, yeah, but you're right. The average citizen, I think it's I said earlier, it's 3.5 rounds.
Yep.
So why in the hell why are you so hung up that your gun has to have 17 rounds in a standard magazine? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I won't carry a standard 1911 because, 7 rounds just isn't enough, or 8 rounds, 7+1.
Well, see, I mean, my 380, as I mentioned earlier, is an 8-round magazine, has one in the chamber, and I carry an extra magazine. They're so small, it just sits. I just put it in my pocket, And
Yep.
to me, so that's 17 rounds total. If I get multiple attackers, I might run into trouble, but I don't think so.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I used to carry that Walther CCP, and it's 8 round single stack, and I wouldn't carry it for anything right now. I mean, I just feel even with the extra mag, my mag changes, being a quad just take forever. So for me, I'd like to have a 1911 with 12 rounds. I feel better with it. I feel confident, or more. But 12 rounds of 45 is, that's a nice little load.
Well, if you're going, yes, but if you're having either an extended mag or you're going to have a thicker grip.
No, I mean, like I carry a pair of ordnance, and just the grip panels are very thin. So, it's no bigger a grip. They use the same grip size on a pair of ordnance for a 9mm or a 45. It's the circumference is the same. Same with Bull Armory. Same with any of the double stacks. The grip is the same whether you got a 45 or whether you got a 9 or a 40 or 10mm.
You also got to take into consideration that Wield's in vastly more unique situation than we are.
Yeah, true.
So one assailant for what he has to deal with is a lot different than me or you. We can run away, we can go up the stairs, we can hide, we can jump in a car, climb a tree, go in a drain pipe. There's all kinds of variety of stuff where he's a lot more limited to pretty much everything.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that too. I mean,
yeah.
I just don't think. I mean, if it's an average of 3.5 rounds, you don't need 100 rounds in.
But is it an average of 3.5 rounds because you could fire 3.5 and run? Or 3.5 because somebody's on the ground.
I think it's 3.5 because somebody's on the ground. I think the police average is 6.5.
Yeah, 6.5 and 5 dead bystanders, right?
Because the police shoot worse than most civilians. I know I shouldn't say civilians because the police are civilians too, but they shoot worse than somebody who carries, concealed carry permit holder. Let's put it that way.
Right.
So anyway, that was the original topic we were discussing earlier.
Yeah. So the 15 rounds on the Staccato actually holds 17 comfortably. That was nice to find out.
Yeah. So anyway, I didn't actually watch your video yet, but I saw that you got a new toy that you found. How'd you come across that? How'd you come across that?
A pawn shop. I got to stay away from that pawn shop because every time I go there's something. But that was the number one. The Staccato B was the number one on my wish list.
And the price was right?
Yep. Price was with tax was $60 lower than MSRP. So,
Well, it ain't bad.
and right now on Gunbroker, new ones are selling for 200 over plus, credit card fee plus shipping. Plus, they still charge Georgia tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of those states that they have to pay tax on internet items.
Yeah, we got to pay. Internet, Indiana, we have to pay sales tax on internet purchases. Here. That sucks. It really does. I mean, when internet shopping first came out, it was all tax free. It was nice.
Right.
But
So,
the government found a way to get money out of you.
You pay 7.5% tax, then you pay 3.5% credit card fee, then you pay, $25 to $50 shipping. Gunbroker is not that cheap anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. So, good points. Good points. Anyway, how is ammo coming back down your way?
Yep. I can get now. I can get 45 ammo for $35 a bag, and that's but done by this company called P&N, Pat and Ron, and then they're in Gainesville, Georgia, and they make pretty good ammo. I actually was given a chance to buy into that company when they started, and passed it up.
Now, you say a bag. What was it, 100 rounds a bag?
No, 50 rounds.
Okay.
It's still not cheap, but that's only 45 I can find.
Now, are they? Is that what you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Is that sort of like factory ammo, or is that
that's
reloaded
that's factory.
ammo?
That's not remanufactured. That's factory.
Okay. All right.
So it's brass factory. 230 ball. So then the other ammo they have is $30 a box, and it's I think it's called Scorpion. It's made by S&B, same factory. Just I think it's a cheaper brand, off brand. I'm not sure, but they assure me it's the same company. I can't really tell a difference. It doesn't seem smoky or anything. So no complaints. It shoots 100%, so it's better than white box.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Even in my 10 Faglio, every single bullet will load, so it's not remanufactured because I got it's about 50-50 on the 10 Faglio with remanufactured.
All right. What you call it? Oh, when I was down in the diner on Friday, one of the old boys, he don't sit with us, but I see him in there every day. I was sitting there with the other guys. He come walking up. He goes, "Here, I got something for you," and he threw this small bag down on the table. It's brass 45 ACP. And when I got home here, I opened it up, and there's two live rounds in there. Now
Really?
the thing is, I didn't see it made. I don't know where they come from, so I'm going to use my bullet puller and pull them apart.
Right.
And reload them and reload it myself.
You wouldn't trust it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because you think it's remanufactured or
Well, I don't know. I mean, who do you know? Whoever made it might have double charged it without realizing it or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
So
I wouldn't be that afraid. I'd shoot a magazine through it and just then if something
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
don't know. I don't.
over
I guess I just. I'm not. I'm not worried about hurting myself. I'm more worried about damaging my firearm.
Okay.
You know, because if it say it's double charged and explodes in the chamber, you know what I'm saying? It's just
Right.
that I don't know. I just don't trust it. You know, because I don't know where it came from.
How
I
many
don't
rounds
know
you say? 2?
what. Yeah, just 2 rounds.
Oh, I wouldn't even worry about. I'd ditch them or take them apart or do something.
Oh, well, I'm just going to take. I'm
Yeah.
just going to take them apart, and and just put the brass and the bullets back into rotation. I'm just not sure how much. I mean, they are more likely fine to shoot. But I just don't. I ain't taking the chance.
Yeah.
You guys want to carry 17 rounds? I just don't want to shoot a bullet that I don't know who made it.
Yeah, that's fine.
No?
Like I said, there's only 2 bullets. I just
Oh yeah, I
set
mean,
aside, get rid of it.
if somebody gave me a whole bunch of them, like a whole bag of 100, I don't know if I would even use them. Excuse me. So I don't know. But I just,
Set them back, and save them. Start your little collection of unknown bullets, and 3.5 years when we go through this again, you could always sell them.
yeah, you got a good point. So, all right. Anyway, it's 4:15. Well, almost. It's 12 minutes past, actually. So it's close enough. As shit is the swearing. So, quiz for next Saturday. I've got a few entries. I'm not giving you many clues, except it's in World War II, and it was called Operation Chastise. I want to know what it was and who, what, when, or what call it performed it, did it, carried it out, or whatever you want to call that. And email me at rickslife as I see it at gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. Operation Chastise. So there you go. That's for next Saturday. Get it into me by 12 noon Eastern time, the only time zone that matters. Considering that I am only. I mean, I think let's have a look at my phone. Yeah, occasionally it's doing it right now. My phone actually, the clock on my phone is in Central Time. I'm that close to the line here and the tower. It flips between 2 towers. My phone does, between one that's on this side of the zone line and the other one. It's kind of weird, So
That would drive me crazy.
yeah, I mean, I've mentioned this before. Like my doctor's office is in Central Time, so when they say your appointment's at 7, I said 7 your time or 7 my time. They call it around here. They call it slow time. We're on slow time. I said, oh, okay. So it's 8 o'clock my time. So that, I mean, yeah, it does. It can drive you crazy, but I do. But luckily, I have another. I have a phone app, a clock app on here. I wouldn't call it that, but it gives me the real time. It's just because right now it's 4:15. And that's what it's telling me. But the other one's saying 3:15. That's why the Eastern time zone is the only time zone that matters. So, because it's the real time. All right. We got the quiz out the way. We got the stuff out the way. Said I was trying to keep, I mean, we did talk a little bit of politics, but I was trying to keep that out of the topics today because I am just so disgusted right now. I mean, no, I'm not even going to get into it.
Hey, but can we say that everybody should go to one of the two ATF comment zones and either comment on the pistol brace or comment on the firearm redefinition?
Oh yeah, by all means, go do it. By all means, go do it. But
you could do more than one, and you could use the same email and address, and they already know who you are because you're watching this, and you're watching GunTube videos, so they know who you are. So don't worry about that.
yeah,
But
see
go on
now,
out there and post some comments.
yeah. But I said this a few weeks ago, and my view hasn't changed. By all means, go do it. You know what I'm saying? But I believe their mind's already made up. They're just letting us do it, trying to appease the public. Oh, look, we care what you guys want, but they've already made their mind up. That's my personal view on it. But by all means, hey, if it works, I'll say, I will apologize for my negative attitude on that. But I don't think it's going to do any good. But go ahead, let's. I've done it, so I've only done it once.
Which one?
Both. I've done one on each.
Okay.
So where I haven't done it anymore. I've done it. I don't feel it's going to do any good, but I've done it. I don't. Right now, I don't trust the government, either federally or state. Be quite honest with you. I'm so disappointed.
Yep.
Now they want to come and knock on my door because I haven't had the shot. And they don't need to tell me the benefits of taking the shot or not. My doctor's already given me that speech twice already. I don't need to hear it a third time. I'm not interested.
Right.
So, yes, I am a candidate. I'm in the age bracket. Well, not really. Most people that died were in their 70s and 80s. But I am obese and I am a diabetic. So I do have two of the things. But to me, it's still an experimental drug. There's still people who still get sick by it. And are we hearing all the cases of people getting sick by it? Or just what they want us to hear? Or what we're managing to find out? Now they're talking that you're going to have a booster shot anyway. So it's the only way they're going to get me, I'll be honest with you, the only way I'm going to take it is if they threaten to take away my Social Security or something like that and force me into it.
What you have to do, Rick, is when they knock at the door, you show up bare naked and invite them in. Say, come on in, come on, let's hang out and talk. And that should do the trick.
I was going to stand naked, wrapped in it, sort of like have my
gun belt on. Put a gun belt on.
Don't tread on me flag wrapped around my shoulders,
I think you just need to answer the door buck naked for anybody answers the door, just in case it is them.
Yeah.
I do.
If I answer the door butt naked, I tell you that they would all die of a heart attack. Yeah. So, yeah. But that's just my view on the vaccine. I just don't want to do it. That's just plain and simple. And I ain't going to. And I'm an American, and you can't force me to do it. God damn it. But I don't know. I can't. Damn. The American flag is racist now. All this bullshit.
Yeah, being patriotic's racist now.
Yep. Problem is, I'm not putting up with it. I mean, I'm still doing. If somebody's offended by what I'm doing, that is their problem, not mine. I'm not changing what I do for you know, what you call it, fucking Karen or whatever her name is. You know, because their feelings get hurt and make her feel better. I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing. No, I'm not a racist. I'm really not. But if I want to fly the flag, I will. If I want to say you need voter ID, I will. It doesn't make me racist as far as I'm concerned. You know? And I think erasing history by taking monuments down and shit like that's all wrong. You know?
Well, I think they're racist saying that black people aren't smart enough to get an ID. I think that's racist.
I do too. And
well, it is if you don't live next to a Kinko's or Office Max.
The other word they're trying to force on us, equity, or whatever you call it. I mean, basically, all that is if it takes, for lack of, this might sound racist, but for lack of argument's sake, say you have to score a 90 to get into university of your choice on a test. A person of color only has to score an 80 to get into that same college. That is what they're trying to force on us. And to me, that is wrong. That's racist. You know?
Well, I mean, they've got colleges like all the Ivy League, and they got a higher standard for Chinese and Indian people to keep the numbers down, you know?
Yeah. I mean, but why are Chinese getting better scores? Because our education system here in this country is so fucked up, it's unreal.
No, I mean Chinese Americans.
Yeah, the Chinese and the Japanese and the other East Asian people that are so successful in the United States are in the United States doing all that. They're better at it because they're better people.
Because they have families.
Yeah, true. They have families.
But you know that only holds true for 2 generations, and then on 3rd generation, that doesn't hold true anymore.
I don't know. The Chinese have been, East Asians have been the most successful demographic in America for like the past 25, 30 years.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But that's only first 2 generations. After that, you could look it up. The 3rd generations, the stats become more like normal homogenized Americans.
Well, if we lose the East Asians, we're screwed.
Yeah. Oh God! So that's say you got me on politics.
Hey, I'm going in Trader Joe's. I'm gonna put you on. I'll still have you on the speaker, but I'm gonna have you on mute unless I have to say something.
Okay.
You don't have to hear traffic in there.
All right.
Stocking up on my wine for the month.
So where was I before I got? Uh-oh. Am I losing? You guys can still hear me and see me?
Yep.
Okay. Because I thought I had a little spinning going on here. So I was buffering, I thought. So. All right.
Did you guys happen to see who Kamala Harris's stepdaughter is?
I saw an article where she's because of who her mother is, she's got a gig in France or somewhere, walking up and down the aisle showing off. What's the word for it? A model.
Yeah, I've seen her, Jason.
Yeah, I saw the pictures with her hairy armpits.
Looks
I don't know. That was. I think that was photoshopped, wasn't it?
No. She's she's typical California far left wing crazed soy child all the way. The poster child for that. That's about the only thing she's good for modeling for. Well, how did Salty Cracker say? It said she looked like Weird Al Yankovic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lord. Who, Kamala or her stepdaughter or both?
The stepdaughter, the white girl.
I don't know. I haven't seen the picture, so
I mean, I hate to be racial about it or stereotype or whatever, but easily if you would just meet her or talk to her or look at her picture, you know what her values are and her political things are and stuff just by one look at her.
So wait. Her stepdaughter's a little white girl. That means that she would be married to a white guy. So she's another one of those leftist Keller who are saying that all white people are evil, and yet it's married to a white person. Yep.
Yeah, yes, her husband's definitely white.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But no, Jason, see, that's one of the things that the quote unquote, they have told you not to judge a book by its cover, and that is stupid. You better judge every book by its cover. And if not, one of these little blue haired lunatics is going to stick a knife in your back one of these days. Anybody over the age of 23 with Kool-Aid colored hair is the enemy. And if they're not the enemy, they're definitely somebody you better pay attention to. And that means, yeah, your grandma and your cousin Sherry and all these other people that everybody's going to give me an excuse of, no, I know this one person that does that thing that you said was bad, and they're not. Okay, whatever. Be warned. Face tattoos, look all methed out, Kool-Aid in their hair, stay away from them.
There you go. You have been told. So, all right.
You know, man, I did get a strange idea popped in my head when I saw the whole story. They was talking about Kamala Harris. And me being a trim carpenter and doing all the baseboards and everything on these houses, I'm down on my knees a lot. I mean, a majority of my life here is on my knees. Yeah, say your jokes, whatever. But when they were talking about her, I started thinking about, I should be like the next Mike Lindell. I should create like the world's most perfect, long-lasting, heavy-duty knee pads ever, and I'll call my company Harris.
Do you see what you did out there, Kingpin? You totally threw not Wayne Pierre off his game. He stopped trolling as Wayne LaPierre and said, "Holy crap, she's odd looking."
Yeah, I noticed that. I did notice that. I didn't say anything about it, but I definitely noticed that.
Yeah.
That is a good way to put odd looking. Yes, I mean, not being mean, not being funny, just being factual. She's a head scratcher. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, all right.
The future senator of California. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that about her.
He said you can open cans with the chin on that girl.
Yeah. So, what you call it? The what's her name? The she. What's she doing? I mean, because there's been a date set for the recall vote, right? For the new governor of California.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but didn't what's her name, or his name, or whatever his name was,
Bruce
Jenner.
Yeah, Bruce Jenner. Yeah, he's running.
Yeah, but
Isn't she still
he's
married to
complaining
Barack?
this morning about something. I think he wants to bring the vote date earlier or some shit. So I don't know.
And that would have been Michael Jason. By the way.
Yeah. I just don't. Now, see, I'm getting all riled up sitting here. I might not be saying it, but my mind is going a mile a minute here, getting how frustrated I am with the way in 6 months everything that was turned around and was looking good is just fucking gone down the tubes.
The times they be a changing, Rick.
Well, if you want good news, Rick, this past Wednesday we had our first actual wrestling event that took place in front of a live crowd in an actual arena on a touring schedule. So
Oh, wow.
things are starting to return back to normal from COVID.
Oh, yeah, they are. They are. Things are coming back. I mean, here, they still race cars here, and stuff. So they're starting to races back up. All these hillbillies here with their race cars.
Yeah, I've noticed more and more everything has gotten like quote back to normal around here, and and instead of being blind to it or anything, I keep thinking about and looking. Man, I hope we can remember how good these days are today. That way, we're not going to let them get away with pulling this COVID part 2 stuff
Yeah.
again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got to smarten up. We got to stick together. But we can't let them do that to us again and go. You know what I mean?
Well, absolutely. And
Yeah.
I've noticed another thing here too. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, now I've noticed in the last few weeks, it's rare to see somebody wearing a mask here. Like before, it was rare seeing you not wearing one. You know, so I mean, but if you want to wear the mask, by all means, wear it. If you think
I
it's
see a
good,
few.
wear it.
I see a few every day, just a couple, and it doesn't even phase me. I don't make fun of them, look
No,
at
I
them
don't. I
twice
don't
or
either.
anything.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying it's. I'm seeing less and less of them.
But
You know,
I do laugh at you if you're wearing it in a car all by yourself.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
I do
around
too.
here it's usually an older person or it's somebody that if you see them in the parking lot just got out of a car with a Maryland license plate.
Yeah, usually around here they'll have plenty of bumper stickers. You know what I mean? They voted for Hillary, and they got rainbow stuff on there and save the planet and all this and that. So it's usually those kind of people. That's one
Yeah,
thing I get on too. Like, yeah, okay, like you can have your beliefs and everything, but why do you plaster it all over the back of your vehicle so everybody at the stoplight or stop sign beside it gets to get your view of, you know what I mean, things, and let alone the things that you all are supporting is what's destroying this country.
yeah, but they don't see it that way, do they?
Yeah, well, what's weird about the people who are coming over here from Maryland and still wearing the masks is their governor got rid of their mask mandate before we got rid of ours here, and yet they're the ones that you see with the mask all the time here are the ones with the Maryland license plates.
Is
No
he
offense to
picking on
you,
you,
Kingpin, but it's just
Kingpin?
the way it is, man.
I think
I barely ever see anybody wearing a mask. I saw a dude wearing a mask today, but mostly nobody's wearing it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a different part of Maryland what it is, but
Well,
yeah,
I tell you, most of the people that you're going to come across in Maryland that have got a mask on are going to be the black people. You go down to Baltimore City, and all the black people got masks on. You go out in any of the surrounding counties, hardly anybody's got a mask on, but you'll see either, obviously, like Jason was saying, an obvious liberal with a Hillary bumper sticker or a black person with a mask.
yeah, that's not saying that everybody with a Maryland license plate is wearing a mask, but that's generally the ones that are. And that, like Jason was saying, they'll have like a Biden bumper sticker or something on their car too.
Hey, about the
I was just
masks. Oh, go ahead, Patriot.
I was just gonna say I feel really bad now that nobody's wearing masks for the criminals that can't wear them. They're
Well,
gonna be
that's why
called
they're
out and
still
laughed at. I
that's
mean, I
why they're
can't.
still wearing them in Baltimore, Patriot.
Well, okay. I tried to put a little gap in between there because I didn't want to sound mean.
Yeah, I actually I was looking for a pencil the other day and got underneath my truck seat and I found a mask, one of those blue masks, and I grabbed it and threw it in the trash can at the gas station, and I was more or less more mad at myself for having to fall in line and be one of their sheep. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Totally not Wayne Pierce. Says Harris kids should be wearing a mask, maybe too.
No. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wind this up. Cats are getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. You know. I got to use the restroom, all that, thrown in there too. So I'm going to wind this up, call it a day. So let's go around the room and see what we got going on. Got anything you want to say there, Jason?
Thanks for the invite. Good talking with everybody. More is always better. And God bless America.
That's it. Rich, you got anything?
Yeah, tonight we got the wrestling chat where we'll be talking more about what I had just mentioned briefly a couple of minutes ago, because one thing that you'll notice lately, going all the way back to 2001, actually, it seems like professional wrestling is the bellwether when things are going back to normal. So we'll be discussing that a little bit tonight, and who knows what else. And then tomorrow night we'll do This Week Unloaded. That'll be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night on the Unloaded Media channel, and the wrestling show will be 9:05 tonight on the Unloaded Media channel. So check those out, and thanks for the invite.
All right. Kingpin.
Don't ever leave your house without 50 rounds, or you're gonna die.
All right. Good advice.
So in other words, you want a P90 is that when you leave your house?
As long as it'll hold 50 rounds.
So Will and Well Armed, are you back with us yet?
Yeah, I'm here. I did a video this morning on the Staccato, just an unboxing, and then I did one tomorrow morning. It'll be on comparing the new ASA 45 ASA 1 Pro 45 versus the Jericho 45. Both of them are kind of semi-compact, shorter barrel, longer grip. Anyway, they're both good shooters, and magazines are completely interchangeable, which is nice. So anyway, there'll be a video on that tomorrow.
All right.
Then every Friday, I'm planning on doing a knife video for the foreseeable future.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Patriot, you got anything?
Thanks for having me. I'm sorry I was in and out, but I was doing some shopping. So I hope
That's okay.
everyone makes it an outstanding day. I threw up a couple. No, I didn't throw up. I put up a couple new T-shirts, and hopefully I have it so that I don't make any money on them. I get the slider all the way down, but I have to check on that. But there's a couple new ones coming out. Hopefully tonight too. Just joke ones, optics are a fad, good guy, and liber I can't even talk. Anyway, happy birthday, Sabrina. Have a good week.
All right, then I guess he just jumped in for the outros. Night Strike.
Oh, I'm good. Skip me.
Well, you were the last one on my list there. So we're winding it up. So I want to say thank you to everybody for showing up and spending your Saturday afternoon with us. It was a bit strange one today. We started off good, then it started to fizzle out there at the end. I felt anyway, but I don't know if it did or not, because I was trying to stay off of politics because I was going to rant and rave, and I don't want to do that. We saved the ranting and raving to roll call and night strike. All right. So I will let everybody go, and I will see you all on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, the only time zone that matters. So, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Have a good one.
Happy birthday, Sabrina.
Shall not be infringed.
Bye-bye.
Put it on the
Free
card.
Flag Liberty.